Welcome back to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. We're brought to you by Pelican, built tough for all situations. Go to pelican.com. YakGadget, for all your fine kayak fishing accessory needs. Go to YakGadget.com. Eastport Marina, on the beautiful shores of Dale Hollow Lake. For all your lodging, kayaking, and fishing needs, go to eastport.info. Now let's get this show started.
All right, guys, it's Takeover Tuesday. Let's do this.
Welcome to a special edition of the Rusty Hook Podcast, streaming live on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. 1 hour of straight talk regarding tournament news, angler profiles, gear reviews, and more. Now let's get our show started by joining with John Rapp, our host.
All right, guys. Hey, welcome to the Rusty Hook Kayak Fishing Podcast. All right, so tonight, running a little late. Don't know how long these are going to work because I didn't charge them up. So hopefully they'll work long enough to get in 25, 30 minutes of just straight talk. Hey, guys, we are live here tonight on the Paddle and Fin podcast page. We're also streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter via Paddle and Fin and Rusty Hook. You can also find this show uploaded at some time either on the Paddle and Fin podcast or my podcast platforms on Spotify. And welcome, Baby Key, to the show. So what we're going to talk about tonight a little bit, I just wanted to touch on, was contracts and closeouts. You know, September is just right around the corner, and we've got things going on around us now. Here, come on, you go ahead to step out of the way. Okay, you know, promotional staff contracts are about to end or close up, and we've got season-ending source sales starting to pop up here and there. I noticed, you know, one of the companies that I work with, Feelfree Kayaks, has already posted on their website that they got some sales going on. So if you're in the market for a new kayak, you might start watching your favorite kayak companies with their end of season sales, trying to get rid of some older stock for the stuff that's coming in new off the press, hot off the press. So I also noticed that one of the companies, DuBro and Pine Ridge, are starting to send out some ads for fall. If you're getting ready to switch gears and you're starting to pull out all that archery equipment for your bow season, you might go to Pine Ridge Archery and look at what they have to add to your accessories. A lot of you all know that I have a couple positions. One's with Feelfree Kayaks. The other one's with ZPRO Lithium, where I manage the teams. And here the past few days, I'm starting to crank down on, looking at activity from the guys that have been on the team and seeing if they're meeting all of the contractual obligations that they've had. And in the most part, most people have. But, you know, as we know, there are some folks out there that reach out to get on teams because all they are is what some industry people call as discount, looking for a handout, looking for that discount. And so, you know, and that gives us professionals, folks out there, you know, it can give you a bad name, and you can get, you know, I work with other companies, and when I research somebody that applies for Feelfree or applies for ZPRO and some other companies that reach out to me and ask me if I know anything about somebody, I give them my honest opinion. And, you know, there are a lot of things that you guys need to look out for when you're looking at talking and starting to writing your resume for the upcoming 2024 season. You know, everybody's got tournament records. Everybody's got YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you know those social media platforms are good to have, but don't depend on them. Don't depend on them to be the sole reason that you are going to be applying for a team. If you think social media creds is the major reason people are looking for you or want to talk to you, you got another thing coming, because there are a lot of people out there like this guy who have been around for a while, and they will look at more than just what you do on social media. They're going to talk to people about your character, your integrity, how you handle yourself in public, because you know, we all know everybody puts their best and most positive things on social media. There's no trash or dirt out there normally. So when you start talking to people, you better come clean, and you better be 100% involved with the company that you're trying to join with, because nobody that becomes part of a team likes to have people in that group that are discount sniffers. They just want something so they can make that order and they're done, because it gives the rest of them, it's just not a positive look. And you know, a lot of our teams out here too, guys. If you're on Prostaff, you know, there's different ways that managers or companies will communicate with you. It's not up to them. It's up to you to be attentive, to look at and see what's going on with the company. You know, if there's any special events going on that they will have a call to action for, to get the team involved so the word gets out. Not only on social media, but in your neck of the woods, your clubs that you fish with. And a lot of clubs are great ways to get and share information. You know, your weekly tournaments, your meetups, your meet and greets at restaurants. I mean, I know some of the clubs here in West Virginia will have meet and greets during the fall, winter times, when there are no real true fishing activities going on, to recruit for the next year, just to meet up with friends, because we're used to meeting up on a monthly basis, fishing tournaments anyway, right? A lot of us are. A lot of us make really good and heartfelt friendships with our local fishing clubs, or even regional, and you make time to go meet them in the winter and spring before you're able to get out on the water to go fish, socialize, eat dinner, have a cold drink, or whatever. And use those opportunities. Talk to those guys that you have relationships with, to share knowledge. I know there are a lot of guys that are with me on Feelfree that are also with me at ZPRO. They're with me at DuBro, with YakGadget, Ace, and other locations. And, you know, you need to be able to depend on your teammates. If any of you guys have been in paramilitary organizations or even in the military, you understand and y'all know what camaraderie is. And that's something that I'm looking to build within the organizations that I work with, is that type of atmosphere. And I hope that all of you are. So when you're writing out your resume, it's a fishing resume too. So if you don't know what a fishing resume is, and you're new to the sport, and you're looking to, you've already got so many products on your boat. You're like, you know, I like this product. I've spent money on this product. I want to represent this company. Then you research. You got the internet. You can go find their website. And a lot of websites, like Feelfree Kayaks has a place on their website where you can go and you can apply to their team. I know ZPRO Lithium does the same. And then it sends me an email. I look at you and I read what you've sent. And either I put a check mark by your name, or I'll send you an email thanking you for the application and give you my thoughts on where you need to improve if I turn your application down. I mean, because we're all in this sport for a reason. And it's the passion and love to get out on the water. And on top of that, use the products that help us and make our time more enjoyable on the water. So take a look at what you use, what you love about what you use, and then watch for the end of the year if you're going to make an application for Prostaff for a team. But I also caution you that nothing is given for free. Promotional staff is a position where you promote the companies, and in turn for what you do for them, they will do something for you. It could be monetary, but most of the time it has more to do with giving you a discount on the products that you buy from them. So and those are nice. Trust me, it's just like keeping money in your pocket. But with those requirements, you have obligations. It's just like a job. So that's my message that goes out to all you guys that are new in the sport, that are getting ready to look at applying for positions for 2024. At this time, starting in September, October, you're going to have companies start looking at their budget for 2024, what they're going to do, how many people they're going to bring back. If there's already a pro staff with the company and the company had a lean year, or they're changing tactics with their marketing programs, they may diminish their team from a larger scale team to a smaller scale team. And that has happened. If the 10 years that I've been with Feelfree Kayaks, I've seen the team go from 20 members to 60 members, and then roller coaster between those numbers. And here's the thing. It's a contract that goes year to year. And again, most of our teams out there have a way that they communicate. You need to be aware of how those communications come in and stay involved. You may get emails from your team managers or your marketing directors, or you may have a page on Facebook or or other programs, applications where you communicate. Line, you may have a line page, you may have a Discord page, whatever pages that your companies use to communicate with their teams for their marketing goals. You need to make sure that you, as a team member, are constantly checking that and dropping in messages, letting people know that you're still active and part of the team. Team is the whole concept of what I'm preaching here, not me. Come on. So that's something that you need to make sure that you are constantly aware of. I'm evaluating the guys that I work with to check and see how they've done over the course of the last year. There are a lot of programs out there that'll help guys like me that manage teams, and one of them is like Brand 24. And what that does is sends you a daily report, weekly report, or monthly report on the activity of people that are involved in the team. If you've noticed, a lot of teams will say, use this hashtag. And that hashtag is something that they can track. And those applications that I mentioned, like Brand 24, are one of the ones that will send team managers like myself a daily report if there's any activity with those hashtags. So they have ways to make sure that guys meet their obligations when they have a contract. I'll give you an example. Like I know there's one company that has they want 2 social media posts per month with their hashtags or with involving the company. So when you use those hashtags, I can go back and look now, or that company can go back and check, not just me, but I mean, I'm using it as an example. And that type of program can do that. So if you are a media manager and you have a large team, that's something that I would recommend is Brand 24. It's expensive. It has a it ain't a free program. They're making money because of the way they go out and capture stuff on the web. So I'm gonna take a quick break. Be right back, and we'll keep talking a little bit more about promotional staff.
ZPRO Lithium, serious power in 12, 24, and 36 volt applications. Bluetooth capable. Go to ZPRO Lithium for more. DuBro Fishing, American-made marine applications and locally manufactured soft plastics. Visit DuBroFishing.com. Feelfree Kayaks, paddle, pedal, or power. There's something for everyone. Check out feelfreeus.com. YakGadget, American-made kayak fishing accessories and gear. Go to YakGadget.com for your rigging needs. Ace Adventure Resort, West Virginia's #1 destination for hiking, biking, ziplining, whitewater rafting, and more. Check out aceraft.com. Westbrook Supply Co, Georgia's premium supplier for all your kayak rigging supplies and fishing equipment. Go visit westbrooksupply.com.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging around. We've got a few more things that I want to talk about when it comes about contracts. Now, talked about Prostaff, and what is Prostaff? For the guys that are new to the sport, probably looking into that thing. They're individuals that are hired to represent a brand company at events, conferences, trade shows, and other marketing events. Main role is to interact with potential customers and promote the company's products or services. Promotion staff can include brand ambassadors, event managers, marketing professionals who are skilled in engaging the public and driving sales. So that's what I'm talking about. Social media is not the only way to go about driving sales. Tournaments are a good way to drive sales because you are around people that see your equipment, see what you use. That's why you see people like Jody Queen, Christine Fisher, in so many high-end commercials, Drew Gregory, people that have been successful using products are used in marketing campaigns. So when you use these products, make sure that you are wearing your swag. You've got stickers on your boat so people can see and what you use and what you're proud of, or what you represent. I mean, obviously when you have your boat decked out with motors and stuff, they'll know what the motor is. Normally the plates that the motor's on are made from one company, maybe 2 or 3, but normally just one. It's primarily uses a lot of, and that's YakGadget. If it's a front end XI3, then it's going to be from companies maybe like Catch, who just put something out, or One Objective. There are other companies, but they're maybe not as well known. Then you've got all the different rigging things that can be put on your boats, from YakGadget, Yak Attack, and companies like that. DuBro Fishing is jumping into the market. They came out with a new product. It's the twister knob. I don't have one right here, I don't think. But That's something that's come out. It's small profile. It's got stainless steel inserts instead of brass, so they grab, they hold, and they don't rust. So there's always products, innovation out there coming aboard, and things like that you want to have on your boat. You want to be able to represent and people to see. And as you use those things, and you build your fishing resume, that's when you approach those companies here in the next month and a half to 2 months for the 2024 season. Take photographs of your boats. Have your, and the other thing that I recommend, guys, is when you're building your resume, is that spend that money on Tourney X to have that profile verified. That way you can they can share and they can see your stats as you roll down it. It's a good thing to have. I've had it since Dwayne Wally brought that out, and I don't fish as many tournaments as I used to. I think this year I only fished maybe 3 or 4, but 5 years ago I was fishing 15 to 20 a year with your onlines. Really don't have any excuse for me not getting as active that I usually have, other than I'm just tired and old and not as motivated as I once was. But it's something that, I lost my focus a little bit on that. But what I'm trying to tell you is that there's different ways that you can make yourself verifiable and create a resume for companies to come and check you out. And that way you can sell yourself. And if you can sell yourself to a company, that company is going to think, well, maybe they can help us sell a product or represent our product in a positive manner. Let's see if I can pull up. And hey, while I'm at it, I'm going to pull this up for you guys. I want you all to see this. Again, if you haven't signed up for it yet, I want you to go look at it on Tourney X. It's a benefit tournament for my buddy Jay Harmon. Pull it up here now so you guys can see it. Add it to the screen. Excuse me. That's it on Tourney X, guys. So make sure you go over, get signed up for the Jay Harmon Benefit Tournament. It's September 10th. It runs on Central Time. It is now a nationwide event. We've got several nice prize packages donated, as you can see here in the middle of the screen, with ZPRO Lithium, Feelfree Kayaks, Fishing Online, Ace Adventure Resort, and more. So make sure you take the time to go check them out. Bass Pro Shop's on there now from Branson. Got a JM Platinum Rod combo. I know Ace Adventure Resort is giving away a whitewater package, a zipline package, and a park pass. RoboHawk is on there. Feelfree is giving some gift cards away. We got ZPRO Lithium is throwing in 2 batteries. So yeah, man, I mean, $75, it goes a long way to help out Jay Harmon. Jay just did a podcast this past week. It was released yesterday. I'll put a link up to that. He'll talk about his run. You see, we got 47 people signed up. We need another 47. We need another 100. We would love to see us reach 100. It's a benefit, guys. It's just got to help somebody else got Parkinson's disease. If you don't, when you watch and you talk to everything going on with Jay, you'll realize that the money that's being raised from this event is to help him buy an electric wheelchair and the unit, the trailing unit that's behind there that hooks up to the vehicle that he can park it on. That's not cheap. It's expensive. Jay just got told by his doctors that he doesn't feel like it's safe for him to be in a kayak anymore. But anyway, go check out. I'll put the link in for Jay's podcast from yesterday. You guys, if you want to go do a little research on it. Highly recommend you look at it. But I don't think if I can pull mine up. This is mine. We'll see if I can pull up. Let's log in here. Well, heck, I changed my password, so I can't log in. It's on my phone. Dang it. Okay, but anyway. Let's see. I'm looking at turningx.com. Features. They got club tabs. I want to see if it shows a. Oh, you got to be logged in. Okay. So disregard that. All right, I'm just gonna take a quick break, regather my thoughts, and then we'll get back into this here.
ZPRO Lithium, serious power in 12, 24, and 36 volt applications. Bluetooth capable. Go to ZPRO Lithium for more. DuBro Fishing, American-made marine applications and locally manufactured soft plastics. Visit DuBroFishing.com. Feelfree Kayaks, paddle, pedal, or power. There's something for everyone. Check out feelfreeus.com. YakGadget, American-made kayak fishing accessories and gear. Go to YakGadget.com for your rigging needs. Ace Adventure Resort, West Virginia's #1 destination for hiking, biking, ziplining, whitewater rafting, and more. Check out aceraft.com. Westbrook Supply Co, Georgia's premium supplier for all your kayak rigging supplies and fishing equipment. Go visit westbrooksupply.com.
All right, guys, we're back. I'm going to show you a couple comments that we've got in the show so far. Mr. Walt Doyle, appreciate you saying hello. We got Dean jumping in. And I appreciate this comment here, Dean, because you're exactly right. If you're really part of a good team with a company, you will feel like that they are actually family, and I can tell you that is the goal. As somebody that in my position as a team manager, working closely with the marketing folks, is to create an atmosphere that guys want to be a part of, guys and gals. And when you're in a group of people like that, what I like about some aspects of pro staffing is the aspect of going to events, traveling around the nation and representing companies, or staying locally. Like this past year, I was fortunate enough in March and April to go to grand openings and represent Feelfree. Turned around and went to ICAST to represent DuBro in July. And those companies will work with you in ways that that make it beneficial for you to do these things. Feelfree, for example, is very good about giving you credit toward a future purchase. DuBro was really good about when I traveled from West Virginia to Florida, they paid for my hotel room. So all I had to pay was for my gas and meals. And honestly, Brian was so good to me and the rest of the guys from DuBro. A lot of the times he footed our meals. So really, I didn't have a big expense this year going to ICAST. And so again, kudos to companies like that really take care of their people. But you have to reciprocate. You have to give back to those companies. Actually, we're running a contest over at ZPRO or ZPRO on the ZPRO Lithium page where we're doing a video short competition. And that's been really cool watching a few of our team members throw up some stuff. And what was really, really sweet about that was Michael from ZPRO had put up a $500 cash prize to the winner. Now there were some stipulations that have not been met, which is unfortunate. So we had to have 25 entries, and then and the way it was set up, everybody puts up their video short, had to be 60 seconds long, and then you go get your friends to go vote on it. So I would say, hey, go to ZPRO Lithium community, and I got 2 videos up, so you guys can go over there and punch like on the video short campaign. But Dakota, she's got 4, Jennifer's got 1, Eric's got 1, and shoot, who else? There's a couple more. But those were pretty cool. Close this out here. But yeah, I mean that's one cool way for a company like ZPRO has done to give team members an opportunity to do a little work they're already doing anyway when they're promoting the company with their products that they have in their boat, but adding to it and saying, hey, I'm going to give you the opportunity, if you compete in this competition and throw up some videos and have your friends come over and vote on it, I'll give you $500 cash, or they had a stipulation, or an $800 credit at your store. You know what $800 can get you at ZPRO? It can get you a 24-volt 65 AH battery that you could be running your NK 180 all day long. If that's not an incentive to go do something, I don't know what is. And so that's but unfortunately, there was only 7 or 8 submissions in my last count, and we had to have 25. So that competition's probably going to roll over. I'll be talking to Michael to see how he wants to handle it after Thursday. 2 more days left. If you guys if you got a ZPRO battery in your boat, go out and take a photograph or video of it. Throw in some video that you've done from all year long out fishing. Make a video short and submit it, and put yourself in for a chance to win either $500 cash or $800 credit at ZPRO. Great opportunity. It's one of those team things again that I'm talking about. Is it's put out to the team. Say, guys, get out there and win that. And Feelfree Kayaks is going to be doing an event here real soon, putting out. And I can't tell you what the prize is going to be, but it's going to be pretty nice. And it goes back to the Jay Harmon event. We're going to sell raffle tickets for an item to try to raise money for Jay. I hope you guys pay attention and watch for that. Be really sweet. Sort of, I've rambled a little bit, but and I didn't keep good notes to stay on topic about this because it was just something that's been weighing on me, where I've been working on stuff here the past few days about contracts. When you, and I'm just going to sort of rehash here the last few minutes, when you start looking to join the team for 2024, you have to read that contract and meet the obligations, the minimum requirements you need to meet. I always ask myself to excel the minimum expectation. You know, we all, when we were in high school and in college, you had the A, B, C, D, you know, the grade levels that you would get, you know, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s. Well, we all know minimum level and expectation is normally a C. And if the C is minimum, you know, just getting by, a D or whatever, then you should strive to be that guy that makes the A's, which is exceed, go over and above and beyond, and be an asset to the company that you supposedly want to represent. You approached them, you reached out to them, you filled out that application and says, hey, I want to be a part of it. Don't half-ass it. Don't go to that company and then be there and get accepted and be someone that turns out later to be labeled. And trust me, this industry is not large. Kayak fishing is not a large industry. A lot of us know each other, and I ask people about people I don't know. If I find out, look at if they're part of a team, I'll reach out to that team manager and ask him, is this guy, is he pretty good? What do you think? Can I get an honest opinion? You know, so you know, it's a tight knit industry, and if you want to break into it, you need to break into it by excelling. And that's not just winning fishing tournaments and holding up a trophy and smiling. You know, that's being able to socialize and talk with people and go to things. That's one of the things that I always, I don't want to say I had a pet peeve about it, but if you go to a tournament and you're getting your tournament fees paid for by a company that you work with, and you go there and just say it's a 2-day tournament. You go there and you bomb the first day. You stroke out. Well, you're still there for another day, right? Are you the type guy that packs up and goes home because you know you failed, you didn't do well? Or are you the type guy that stays there, socializes, talks about the stuff that you do, because we all have bad days. Yeah, thank you, Richard. Hey, buddy, if you haven't noticed, there is a Tourney X page up for 2024 coming back to Del Hollow. And folks, Richard DeVry right there, you've seen an ad go by. He is Eastport Marina there in Del Hollow. Great location, great venue. He's got the farm up top with a great atmosphere. Go back and look at the Paddle and Fin page back in April, and you can see a lot of videos posted from a lot of us spending time at Richard's location. He's a great host, great friend to our organization, and God bless you, buddy. Richard, I don't know if you were paying attention earlier when I was on, but I was promoting a tournament for a friend of mine from Feelfree Kayaks who has Parkinson's disease, which I think you might have a little bit of knowledge about. We're doing a benefit tournament for him, trying to raise money. His disease has progressed to where he is about to be wheelchair bound. The doctor has told him he doesn't feel comfortable with him being a kayak. So I know that you probably can relate to that a little bit, and if you have time to go look at that and maybe spread the word about the tournament, we would appreciate it. But anyway, guys, we're going back to Richard's in April of 2024. It'd probably be one of our first big events of the year, Paddle and Fin podcast. And if it's anything like last year, Richard went out and secured money locally, and we had some huge big bass pots, which I expect will probably happen again in 2024. But going back, and Richard has, he can, you know, as an owner of a resort. He has his own store down at the Marina. He's got his own Prostaff. He can understand what we've been talking about here when it comes to expectations that he has for his teams, the contracts that he has them sign, and how they are managed. And I'll go back to what Dean said. You know, if things are done right, a team is a family, and you'll see a lot of guys that belong to a team. They reapply because you build relationships with people. You know, like I've been with Feelfree Kayaks over 9 years. This is starting my 10th year. So Beth and I have been with them since the spring of 2014. So we'll be hitting 10 years this spring. But not a whole lot more I want to talk about. But even you might want to watch Richard's page at Eastport Marina. He may be having some fall sales as well for you guys down in the Delhalla in the Tennessee, Kentucky area of northwestern Tennessee and southern part of Kentucky. Lot of stores, a lot of places. I recommend that if you signed up for a lot of company emails, that you might want to watch your junk spam emails to see what kind of sales are popping up or getting thrown out there. Especially the fishermen that will be calling it a season here, probably the next month and a half. We're getting into September. September is normally the last month where everybody starts holding their championships. The last tournament of the year, Angler of the Year trophies are being given out. Just saw the Angler of the Year for Bassmaster. The guy won that, so I can't remember his name now, but I saw where Gerald Swindle made a post with him. He was proud of him. But anyway, not a whole lot more to say. Wish you guys the best. Have a great Tuesday evening. Make sure when you're out in the water, you always wear your PFD. Always be safe. Make sure you give your loved ones your schedule for where you're going, who you're going to be with, your time on the water, your time off. That way, people can look for you if something happens. Be blessed. John Rapp, Paddle Fin Podcast, Rusty Hook Podcast. Stay safe.